you got these kidney transplant centers trying to get people to donate kidneys, and I 100% understand why somebody would not be incentivized to want to give somebody a kidney. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I give somebody a kidney, and then what happens if I end up in the same boat as them? They tell you in their little care package that, oh, well, if you donate a kidney, we'll prioritize you over other patients. It's like, wait, how's that fair? I totally understand that, somebody is donating life to somebody else, but it's like, well, they skip the line over anybody else, over everybody else. But at the same time, it's like, oh, well, you take priority. If you donate a kidney to somebody, you'll take priority if you need a kidney. Well, what does that even mean? Right? That's very vague. Like, priority to them could be 6 years. Let's just shave off a year because they donated. Like, there's no, we talking about 6 months, we talking about 3 months, we talking about a year, 2 years. Like, what does that even mean? If I was somebody that was being asked to do this, I'm thinking to myself, okay, wait a minute. Now I'm looking at how long people who are on the list are waiting, and how terrible a wait time that is, and how terribly they're being treated. If I give a kidney and then something happens to me, then I'm going to be on the same list as them. And it's like, hell no, I'm not doing that. I ain't helping nobody. Especially in the African American community. And so can you blame them? You know what I mean? Like, the transplant centers, like, just the amount of time that you have to wait for something so important is egregious. Like, it shouldn't be this difficult, but it is. And I don't understand why more people are not outraged about this. Because we've just been conditioned as patients on the list to just shut up and just take what they give you, because that's all they can give you. Then we're not going to try to work on making things better, or making things easier, or making things faster for patients. We're just going to do this, and we're just going to just leave that right there for a long time. And then we'll change it eventually when we feel like it, when we get to it. Allocation doesn't fall under the responsibility of the transplant center. They're like, oh, well, you figure it out. Why don't you just get a living donor and then we'll help you out? Hey, man, I get it. Like, I totally get it. This is not some rally cry asking people to donate kidneys, because nobody's going to do that. Right? Like, but I totally get it. I'm looking at, if I'm somebody that has 2 perfectly working kidneys, why would I want to give my kidney to somebody else when I'm seeing how badly the kidney transplant centers are failing the people that are actually on their list? What would put me at ease to make me believe that they're going to treat me any better than them? There's nothing. They're out. You just got to take their word for it. That's not really confirmation of anything. It's not confirmation of anything. Oh, well, you're just going to have to take our word for it. You're just going to have to trust us. You're just going to have to trust us. Well, how long am I going to have to put that trust? Like, what amount of time are we talking about here for that trust? We talking about, what, a year or two? What? And then it doesn't help that transplant departments completely just, persona non grata, radio silence, and then they just don't speak to you about anything. So if I'm a person that's donating, I just gave my kidney to somebody. Now my kidneys are failing. They dump me on the transplant list, and then they don't talk to me for the next 6 years, 7 years, depending on where you are. You know. And now if I'm a donator, I'm sitting here feeling like a jackass because I just gave my kidney to a transplant center and they don't even care enough to tell me what's going on until they feel like it. I'm not telling anybody what to do because personally, I would like to get off dialysis as fast as possible. Like I would like to get off dialysis today if I could. But at the same time, I completely understand why somebody would not want to donate.